What a crazy day today. At first we opened up red. It was kind of rough. People were complaining, crying, whining. But then Fed Powell came through and saved the day, redeeming himself from that last meeting where everybody's talking about how he was in a bad mood and he crashed the market. At least he got to put his cape back on and his Superman shirt, and he got to do his job today. He saved the market, so let's give the man a break. Anyhow, that's a story for another video, and that story is coming. But in this video, we've got much more important things to talk about, because we got to talk about making money. Well, how are we going to make money? We're going to make money by taking advantage of the stocks that are undervalued right now, or at least in my opinion, they are. Stocks that have been beat down and forgotten about, but you know what? They've got some catalysts coming up, and some of them are coming up very soon, and you're going to see some big moves out of these stocks. We need to talk about them, so stick around because I really think you're going to like what I got to tell you, and we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If you're new here and you want to learn how to use stocks and options to make your portfolio go parabolic, make sure you start now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss an upload. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another video. I've got a good one for you today. We're going to be talking about making bands. And when I say making bands, I mean I want to be printing like the Fed. And anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen, if you just set your mind to it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about how we can make some bands, how we can make some stocks print just like the Fed does. And these stocks, these are going to be my top 3 picks for now. For the rest of this week, which I know is just a day, you guys got ripped off. But also, these are long-term plays, or at least, in my opinion, they are. Now, let me give you my disclaimer very quickly. I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure you do your own DD. This is just my opinion, and this is for entertainment and education purposes only. But without any further ado, because I know some of you will get mad, I better go ahead and get this video started. So we're going to start with the first stock on the list, which is CleanSpark, and let me tell you exactly why. And while I'm telling you, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button because it'll greatly help support this channel. So CleanSpark is in the business of providing advanced software, and they also control technology solutions to solve modern energy challenges. They have a suite of software solutions that provide end-to-end microgrid energy modeling, energy market communications, and energy management solutions. Their offerings consist of intelligent energy monitoring and controls and intelligent microgrid design software, middleware communications, protocols for the energy industry, energy system engineering, custom hardware solutions, microgrid installation and implementation services, traditional data center services, and software consulting services. And just recently, maybe a couple of months ago, the company made a strategic acquisition which got them into crypto mining. Now, initially when I heard about this, I was kind of like, what the heck? But now I'm very glad that they did it, especially when I see how much money it has made them. They're making a ton of money off of that. They consistently have been adding to their fleets of miners, and we're going to talk more about that in just a second, as it is related to why I'm considering this company to be a major buy right now. But first, let me say this. So we saw that the market kind of sold off this week, and that had to do with the Fed. So we saw that most stocks were selling off, and this stock certainly isn't immune to that, to the Fed news. So basically it sold off with the market. But then on top of that, the company put out a public offering, or announced a public offering, and this offering was for 9.1 million shares of common stock, sold at $22 a share. Also, so this gives the company $200 million in cash, and here's where it gets interesting and important. So this company doesn't usually do offerings, but we have seen them do offerings maybe, less than a handful of times, like 2 to 3 times. And every time that they have done an offering, it's not like they're just raising the capital just to have it sitting around for whenever they're ready. No, they already know what they're going to do with it. They've already made plans to spend that money. And this is what we've seen every single time out of them, or out of this company, whenever they raise capital. They've made 2 recent acquisitions, and when I say recent, I mean within the last probably 3 months, and these acquisitions are going to make them very profitable. Well, we know that they're doing another acquisition, or at least they have told us that they're going to do another acquisition, but they haven't revealed any details surrounding that just yet. And they also said that they're going to get some more crypto miners. So that's pretty much what they're using this money for. So at least we can rest assured that they're not spending our money on a bunch of bull crap. Here's a couple of things that I want to point out. Number one, what have we seen as the trend here with every other stock when it comes to an offering? Well, anytime one of these companies does an offering, we know that they now have a bunch of cash on hand, and as soon as that offering closes, the stock price is going to go through the roof and to the moon. So this company is no exception. It is extremely likely that you are going to see a big move out of CleanSpark as soon as this offering is closed. And I guess I should have probably said that a little bit better, or been more clear with what I'm trying to tell you. By seeing a big move out of CleanSpark, I don't mean that people are going to be selling off. I mean that you're going to see the stock return back to where it was, which is around the $30 range, maybe like $35 per share. At least that's my opinion on the matter. That's kind of how we've been seeing everything go down. And also, now that people kind of know, or investors know what to expect, because we've seen this several times. So I am actually basing this off of something. I'm basing this off of the history of the price action that we've previously seen out of this specific stock in the past as it relates to offerings. I'm going to backtrack for just 1 second here to kind of make another point before we move on. So earlier when I was talking about the broader market sell-off due to, I guess, the Fed stuff, or the anticipation of what the Fed was going to say today, and also when I brought up the offering initially, I was trying to let you guys know or point out that this stock, there was a major sell-off in this stock. There is 2 negative catalysts pulling the share price down. That being said, it got hit a lot harder than most of the other stocks, and is dang near, or I guess it still is dang near 50% off from its all-time highs. Is this company at a great price right now? I would say so. Yes, I would. Now, can it come down any further? Yes, it can still come down from here. I mean, we still don't know exactly what's going to happen in the market. I think the Fed today did a great job kind of calming the market down, but you know, it's been a very volatile time. We just don't know what's going to happen. What I want to tell you guys is to kind of just be prepared for anything. But is that going to stop me from buying more shares at this price? Oh, heck no, because I know where it's going to go ultimately. So if you're investing in this company, I would say you've got nothing to worry about. If you're trying to, swing trade, day trade, then you want to be a little bit more careful about where you're buying in at. You're going to want to come in on a pullback if that's the case, rather than just jumping in at whatever price it's at. Now, my expectations for this stock, personally, like I said, I'm basing this off of, what's been going on with the stock. I think that as soon as this offering closes tomorrow, we're going to see it run up. I could be wrong. I'm just saying that's what happened in the past. Also, about a week, maybe 2 weeks after, you're going to see some kind of news from this company. You're going to see that either they've acquired another or a different company, or you're going to see that they've ordered those Bitcoin miners, or the crypto miners. Going to also have a positive effect on the stock, or at least it has in the past. But for me, this is a long-term play. I'm going to keep adding over time. Whether you're keeping it long-term or whether you're swing trading it, worst thing you can do is freak out if the stock comes down a little bit, whatever, and sell off. Don't do that unless you like losing money. You're going to want to have a plan in place before you even buy in. With the market being as volatile as it is, you just got to be careful. But in my opinion, if you're not using margin, then you've got nothing to worry about. So don't get too over leveraged with margin, because that's how you can blow up an account. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and move on. The next company we're going to talk about, this is one that is still a SPAC, but it's been a SPAC since last year. And originally it was announced that they were going to do the merger in the second half of 2021. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason that I'm bringing this back up today, and that's because they're gonna vote on Friday on whether or not they should have that merger. Now, of course, we all know it's gonna pass. Of course it'll pass. They all pass, dang near. But other than just having that catalyst of actually going to merge with the other company, the reason that I'm telling you guys about this is because this stock is extremely solid, or the company is extremely solid. This is one of my favorite companies. This was one of my favorite SPACs when it initially came out, and I found out who the SPAC was merging with. I put a video out immediately, and I told you guys exactly what would happen. I told you this thing is going to literally fly, and it sure did. I mean, it had huge moves, like 40-50% in a day, and that's exactly what we saw the day that it started trading, and ran all the way up to like $30-something, I believe. And once, I guess, all the hype kind of settled down, like we see with all other SPACs, the company pretty much was forgotten about, because investors and even traders knew that, or at least they were under the impression that the merger would not be taking place until the second half of 2021. Now, I was trading this since 2020, so that's why I'm talking about this company's history. I've been in it for quite some time. So now's your chance to get back in if you do know who this company is. And no, I haven't said the name of it yet. But if you end up knowing who this company is, if you did trade it or buy it when I mentioned it on my channel and then sold out, well, here's your chance to get back in. The prices that it's at today are literally ridiculous. Now, this company has not made any money yet. I mean, they've made a little bit of money, but they really haven't started doing much just yet. Now, this is an EV play. The name of the company is Arrival. They're a UK company, and man, their technology is just insane to even think about. By the way, ticker symbol for this is CIIC, if you haven't noticed at the top of your screen yet. And this is a speculative play. Now, this is one of my favorites, like I mentioned before. And what they actually do, they're known for their micro factories, and these are small factories that they can put together real fast, or set up real fast, like as in within a 6-month period. And this is opposed to normal or traditional car factories, which it takes them like about a year to set up or build a factory. So this stock definitely, or this company, has a huge advantage over other companies in the EV sector, or at least it will once it's in full production. But that's not expected to happen until 2022. So I would, if you don't have a high risk tolerance, maybe you should stay away from this one. Now, I would suggest that you play it just like we would play any other SPAC coming into the merger, or at least the merger announcement. You should expect a move whenever the merger, or up until the merger actually goes through. And depending on how high this stock goes, well, you may want to look at which levels you're going to need to exit and take profits. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this now before I forget, but they have another catalyst that was just recently announced, other than just the vote being announced. This other catalyst, well, it has to do with them building another factory. So they're putting another factory in the United States. This is their second one in the United States. And this one, I believe, is in North Carolina. So, like I said before, I like this company a lot. I'm going to continue accumulating shares. I'm going to hold mine for long term, because I know without, or beyond the shadow of a doubt, that this company could easily 10x, 20x, whatever, in just the next 5 years. So I'm holding mine, every last one of them. I'm going to keep accumulating. But check out on your screen right now, you're going to see the buses that this company already made for UPS. They do have a contract with UPS that they've delivered some vehicles on already. So it's not like Workhorse or any of these Lordstown Motors companies that are just EV companies that aren't really proving themselves. So the next one that I want to talk about is ChargePoint. We're gonna make this very quick, but basically ChargePoint is the clear winner in this sector, in the charging sector. It's got 1,416 level 1 stations, which is 6.5% of the total. It's got 19,848 stations that are level 2, which is 91%, and at 541 stations for the DC fast charging, and that's 2.5%, and a total of 21,805 stations altogether, which makes up 45% of the entire market share. So by far they are the biggest, they are the leader. Now number 2 is Tesla. Tesla comes in at only 9,477 stations total, which makes up only 19.6%, which is actually quite a bit, but I guess my point is that ChargePoint is the clear winner here. And on top of all that, Tesla competes mainly uses the DC fast charging stations, and I want to say that you can only use Tesla, or you can only charge Tesla vehicles on those, but I could be wrong. So, ChargePoint definitely has the edge here. It's going to be a huge company. I mean, they've already been around for 10 years. It is a really big company, but problem is that we haven't even seen, I think only 2% of all the vehicles on the road right now are actually electric. So just imagine what's going to happen in the very near future. I mean, ChargePoint is basically already set up to lead that entire sector. So that's why I chose that one. Now, all three of these basically are long-term plays, but you're going to see a lot more, I guess, volatility in the short term out of CleanSpark. You're going to see big moves there. With the other two, with CIIC especially, which is Arrival, you may not see much movement after this merger is complete, and you can also expect to see it pan out just like the other SPACs so far, to where they're going to run up until the merger date, and then probably take a big hit either right afterwards or even sometime after the news is announced. So you'll want to pay attention to that. If they fall, you can actually buy in again and just hold them long term if that's what you want to do. These are three great companies. I told you about them because they pretty much were down and consolidating for quite some time now. I believe that's gonna do it for us, guys, but if you could do me a huge favor, if you haven't done it already, and smash that like button for me, it really does help the channel. And if you haven't joined us yet, what are you waiting for? I want you to be part of my family. You'll get these great videos every single day, and if you tap that bell, you're gonna get notified right when I drop a video. This will greatly help your performance in the stock market, because after all, I mean, my performance is pretty good, so why wouldn't yours be if you're following what I'm doing and following my DD? Anyhow, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's cool because I still like you, man. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video, but for now, anytime you get lonely or you miss me, you can just wait for the end screen and click on the videos there if you feel like watching them.